Yes, people, Gully Chris reactions in the motherfucking house. All right, so this is a unique video, right? So, we're going to be reacting to the Chicago accent. The reason why I wanted to do this is because two things. I feel like the Chicago accent isn't spoken about a lot, or a lot of people really talk about it. Um, and and you guys know I love accents, and I explain that well on my reaction channel. I I haven't, but I explained it on my main channel. But on my Instagram, I've also spoke about this, and TikTok and whatever. The reason why I wanted to do in this, the other reason why I wanted to do this is because I was on a YouTube channel, and this black woman who was from Chicago, she was saying certain things, and somebody said like, "Oh, you sound like certain words sound Southern," and like I was talking to that person, and I said, "Hey, listen, like Chicago, like it's in certain Midwestern states, black people still kind of have that Southern inspired accent." And now I'm not a linguistics teacher, so I'm not explaining it the right way. I can't break it down for you like someone who's a linguistics major, because like I can't really explain it in politically correct or whatever, like lot any kind of correct, however you want to break it down. I just love accents, and I know me personally, I've watched a lot of videos around a lot of people from different states and how they speak, and I've always taken a like to it because being first generation Greek American, growing up in Connecticut, and then when I travel somewhere else, they think I'm from New York, but I'm not. I always say I'm from Connecticut, but there's certain words that the southwestern part where I'm from that is very similar to New York and Jersey, and North Jersey, I should say, not South Jersey, because South Jersey and Philly is damn near the same. Um, and growing up with Jamaicans, and growing up with a lot of Hispanic people too, and a lot of wait, is it Latinos? I should say Latinos. Hispanic is wait. It's nah. I sorry if I got that wrong. My apologies. Um, and Haitians and people of all different cultures. I've always loved accents, and when I did acting, and one of my favorite wrestlers is Bray Wyatt. He does a Southern accent, but the Southern accent is a non-rhotic, where they drop their R's. Not like, "Hey, how you doing? My name is Jeffrey." So yeah. But I was on that channel, and we were talking, and somebody accused me of, "Oh, that migration happened so long ago. To associate that accent with the Southern is kind of weird," which is another case of someone who thinks they know accents and doesn't. Just like how there's people from big cities who have said, "Oh, I went there and they sound country." They don't sound country, and they don't sound country. It's just the fact is you can't recognize the accent, so you think that it's a Southern accent, which is this is you don't know accents, and it's okay. You're not supposed to. Not everyone is good at everything. If I told you to sell me a fucking car today, are you a good salesman or are you an engineer? You know what I'm saying? Not everybody knows everything, so I'm not expecting you to know accents, but it's another case of somebody who thinks they know accents and doesn't. Okay, so there's some people, like I've met black people from Michigan, I've met black people from Chicago, I've met black people from Wisconsin. Okay, and I'm not saying that all, and y'all know me already. I would not be one of those type of people that thinks that all black people sound the same or talk the same. It's not, definitely not where I'm going. Because if you were, and I know this is off track, I've met people like, "Oh, imitate like a black actor," and they always, for some reason, put on like a Southern accent, which is dumb. But I'm saying simply, not all black people sound the same. But black people that I've met, okay, because Connecticut, for some reason, has a lot of people from Chicago, and I don't know why y'all come here. Um, every black person that I've met from Chicago, and we talk about the accent, they said the first thing people think that they are, when they ask where they're from, they always think that that black person is from the South, and they say, "Nah, man, I'm from Chicago," but they still got that Southern inspired accent. Listen to Steve Harvey, listen to Bernie Mac, listen to Twister, listen to Kanye, listen to um Jennifer Hudson, listen to their accent and tell me that if they didn't tell you that they was from Chicago, you would have thought maybe like, I don't know, Kentucky or like Nashville or somewhere in the South. Okay? Black people from Chicago that I've met have said when people ask where they're or tell they tell people guess where I'm from, they say, "Oh, you from the South?" And like, "Nah, I'm from Chicago." They know themselves. Okay, they know that people always confuse them. Now we have confuse them for being from the South. I'm stuttering now. Jesus Christ! But here we go with Godfrey, the comedian, who grew up in Chicago. Okay, this is a black man. So, am I still ignorant for assuming that black people from Chicago all sound Southern? I'm not saying all. Maybe you didn't. I don't know which part of Chicago you grew up in. Maybe you sound different. But he's going to say simply, the white people from Chicago sound like this, and the black people from Chicago sound like this. Okay? Man. Oh, I forgot to name some of the newer rappers that I've listened to some of their songs, and I'm not a big fan of the new hip hop, but I've listened to some of their songs for testing it out to see if I'm ignorant. Lil Durk, King Von, and Chief Keef. If you listen to them and they didn't say they was from Chicago, tell me if you didn't think that they was from the South. Okay, anyway, let's get into this.
Chicago's like the white Chicagoans are like, "Hey Tom, how you doing?
Hey Tom, how you doing?
Tomorrow the Bears are playing. I think I'm gonna go there, but it's a little far. But once I drive my car, everything will be fine. You know, I'm gonna go get a hot dog probably, and yeah, go see the Cubs. The Cubs are doing pretty good, aren't they? And then like black people are like, yo, I'm
Burger
from
King.
Chicago.
You're from Chicago.
I'm from Chicago, South Side.
South Side.
85th and Inglewood.
85th and Inglewood? They have Inglewood in Chicago too.
Chicago is a southern accent.
For blacks.
Nah, y'all tripping. I'm
You're
from Chicago.
tripping.
I don't know what you're talking. I'm from Chicago.
How about the Asians in Chicago? They talk like this. So I'm from
They're
Chicago.
like, what's it?
芝加哥. 芝加哥 is Chicago. 芝加哥 is Chicago. 芝加哥.
It's Chicago. What? Chicago. What? Chicago.
Chicago is
Chicago.
Chinese.
Chicago.
Yes, I'm coming to Chicago, May 3rd.
Now, I know some people might say, now, I kind of caught the mistake. Well, not really a mistake. Maybe he meant for black people, but he was like, when he said Chicago is a southern accent, obviously he's talking about black people from Chicago. Okay, so, and you can see accent tag, and another thing I forgot to mention, search up accent tag Chicago, and any black person that you see doing a Chicago accent is different from the white people from Chicago. So, nice try for trying to say that I'm ignorant. Nice try. You know, maybe you need to do some motherfucking research on the Chicago accent. There's history behind this anyway, okay? About how the accent stayed, and then when black people migrated from the South and went to Chicago, went to New York, you know what I'm saying? Like, they had to because of all the racism from the South. Yeah, and they still had to deal with it up north too. But yeah, go search up Chicago accent tag and see any black person. They're not talking like this, talking about their car. They're talking about their car. They're talking about their car. Fuck is you talking about, goofy? Like, now I'm not saying I'm a master at it, but they saying car, and then the white people saying car. So, I'm not trying to say I'm the master of it all, but don't try to debate me on accents, bro. Especially the accents in the U.S. Just like how so many people agreed with me when I was talking about accents, and I made fun of Brokeback Mountain because the movie took place in Idaho, and he's like, "We could have had a good life together." Motherfucker, who from Idaho is talking like that? Nobody. Nobody from Idaho talks like they from Arkansas. Go search up Idaho accent. Motherfuckers, oh my God. I mean, oh God. They should probably do a mandatory like accent teaching in schools, because some of you are acting like you know what the fuck you're talking about and you don't know. including some of the people in Hollywood, because you gave motherfuckers a southern accent in the state of Idaho, which is close to Canada. I mean, I will take a fucking 12 gauge to the face right now. Now, big ups to Godfrey. I love Godfrey. Cool ass dude. I love his fucking content. Dude be saying some shit that makes me fucking laugh my fucking ass off. Anyway, so this is 2 videos in one. I know it's kind of long, but you know what I'm saying? Now we're doing Chicago Bobby's accent tag. This is an old video I've seen years ago because he uploaded this October 11th, 2012. Again, this was around a period, even years before that, where I was going crazy on accents. I loved accents, and I was always looking up accent tag. This dude right here is Italian American from Chicago. Now, again, different accents. Italians in Chicago kind of like sound different from, like, I guess, not saying that I'm not one of those people that, you know, because I'm Greek, and so people are like, well, Greeks are white, you know, you are. I'm not saying that we're not, okay? I'm saying we're a different type, okay? We're the Mediterranean, and our accent is a little different in the way that we act and talk compared to average white Americans that have been here for generations. It's still different, okay? So just like how Italians from New York sound different from black people in New York, sound different from Latinos in New York. I mean, they still have that New York accent, but certain pronunciations. If you really know accents, you can't argue with that. I will fucking flame you. I will flame you with a flamethrower, yo. Okay, so before we get into Chicago Bobby's accent, SW Sports Nest, there's somebody over here. This sounds close to a New York accent. Another person that doesn't know the Chicago accent. Definitely Italian Chicago accent, the one above him. Exactly. That is okay. There was other one. That Chicago accent sounds so close to a Brooklyn accent. No, the fuck it doesn't. No, the fuck it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay, why isn't this loading? Not even close. Never heard anyone from Brooklyn who sounds like that. Thank you. Thank you. Because people from Brooklyn don't say car, bar. No, just no. Oh, shut up. Maybe if you're referring to the harsh pronunciation. Not even close. Okay. I love it. I'm from the Windy City in Illinois. Oh, that was another thing. Okay, so I guess some people were like, the way he said Illinois. Now, everybody says Illinois. I guess even Chicago people say Illinois. But I guess they were disagreeing with him with the Illinois. Okay? I know this is long. But if you want to watch, continue to watch. If you like accents, here we go. Chicago Bobby's accent.
Hey, fellow YouTubers, this is Bobby, Windy City, Illinois. And,
oh, he says Illinois, yeah.
One of my buddies was telling me today
I just remember this video.
You know, this accent thing. He said, hey, Bobby, man, you should go on there. You got a great accent. So I've been told I have a great accent. To me, honestly, I don't think I got any accents at all. Everybody I know talks like me and thinks like me. I think most of the time, anyhow. But anyhow, so I come home, I flick on YouTube, take a look at everybody's accents out there. You guys have got there some great stuff out there. I'm sure mine's not going to compare to everybody else's out there. There's some very good accents out there.
Out there. You notice. So to say that he sounds like New York is, you know what I mean? If anything, in CT we say there too because we pronounce our R's, but we're not as hard as some people in Chicago pronounce their R's. Yeah.
Scottish women, man, you guys got it going on. And especially the ladies, man. Ooh,
Scottish women.
Irish women, same thing. Hot. Very hot. Very hot. I mean, it's too bad that we didn't have more Irish and Scottish women packed in to Chicago here because they're, great accents. And we got a big Irish community here in Chicago, and that's all well good, but I ain't never heard an accent like that.
Irish, too. Forgot that.
So
yeah.
Anyway, I decided, okay.
Even in New York,
this is for,
certain pronunciations, it's a little different.
Yeah, I know about this tag thing, so here we go. Your name and your username. Well, I already told you, my name is Bobby. I'm from the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois.
That.
Where are you from? Oh, well, I already
Illinois.
said where I was from. My username is SW Sports Nest, which is right behind me here a little sports thing that I do. So SW Sports Nest, that's my username on YouTube. Pronounce the following words: ant, roof, route, theater.
Ant. I don't know, Connecticut. I say aunt. Okay, I don't say aunt. I've heard some people from New York, yo, that's my aunt. But some people from New York say aunt. That's my aunt. Usually white people say aunt. But yeah.
Theater.
Theater.
Iron.
Iron.
Salmon. Caramel. Fire.
Fire. Water.
New Orleans. Pecans. Both.
Notice how
Fire. Water. New Orleans.
people from New York, I don't know what they're talking about, how he sounds like he's from New York. Water. Fire. Who from New York is saying water? Fire. Unless they're from another country and moved to New York. Unless they're from another state and moved to New York. Nobody's saying fire, water in New York. Unless you went to private school and you spent no time in Brooklyn, Bronx, or nothing like that. I want to fucking... You fuck...
Pecans. Both. Again. Probably.
And caramel. No, who says caramel
Alabama.
in New York and fucking
Lawyer.
Connecticut?
Or in other words, crook.
Only upstate Connecticut. I'll say
Coupon.
that. Caramel.
Mayonnaise. Pajamas. Caught. Natural. Naturally.
Caught.
Aluminum.
Oh, hold up. I forgot about that.
Mayonnaise. Pajamas. Caught.
Again, I know I'm pausing this video. I guess that's the Italian. Because most people I've ever met from, especially white people from Chicago, it's like caught instead of caught. Okay, we say caught, taught. I taught you this. I caught you at the store stealing. That's like, especially on the East Coast. I met people from Chicago and other accent tags like it's caught, talk. But he said talk, caught. I guess that's the Italian. Again, I forgot some of this video, but I remember some of this video. So
Natural. Naturally. Aluminum. GIF. I think GIF is that a slang term for an idiot?
Oh, GIF.
GIF.
Yeah. It's not GIF.
Tumblr. Cracker
Graphic
tag,
imagery,
doorknob,
something.
envelope, and GPOY. Don't have a freaking clue what GPOY means, okay? So whoever wrote that list is not real bright. I don't know. Maybe I'm not real bright. It's probably more likely the case.
I don't know what that means either.
What is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house?
Toilet paper.
Well, first of all, it's called stupid if you're out there throwing toilet paper on a house nowadays. But I was stupid at one time, and I did it. It was ticker tape. It wasn't toilet paper. And we call it TPing. What is a bubbly carbonated drink called?
Carbonated.
Well, that depends.
Carbonated would be New York.
What do you call gym
Pop.
shoes? Easy. Sneakers.
Pop. That's a Midwest shit. And even in the South too. But in the Midwest, pop is the thing.
What do you call your grandparents? Pops and grandma. What do you call the wheeled contraption in which you carry your groceries at the supermarket? Supermarket? You mean a grocery store? Grocery store, right? Yeah, supermarket, grocery store, whatever. It's a shopping cart. What's the thing you change your TV channel with? Well, if I had it my way, I'd be telling my girlfriend to get up and change the channel. Right? Can't do that though. That would be a male chauvinist pig, and that ain't me. So, but I do have a TV remote. I live in the current days. So, TV remote. Choose a book and read a passage from it. Now, I had to think about this one, but one of my favorite books that I do have, and I pulled it up online, so it's a little bit easier for me to to do this with. It's a book called Discover Your Destiny, with the monk who sold his Ferrari. Pretty ingenious, and if you haven't read that book yet, do yourself a favor, go read it. Here's an excerpt that I think probably applies to all of us. You are far greater than you have ever dreamed of being, and no matter what you're experiencing in your life right now, trust that all is good and unfolding in your best interest. It may not look pretty, but it's exactly what you need to learn for you to grow into the person that you've become destined to be.
Okay, so that's... You can watch the full video if you want. You know what I'm saying? But I just had to do that. Another person from Chicago who's Italian. Um, he, I think he's from Chicago or maybe on the outskirts of Chicago. Sebastian Maniscalco. I think I'm saying it right. He's a comedian. Um, I've seen him all over the place, and he's another one. He's like, so I went to the grocery store, and they said they were out of milk. What? How could you possibly do that? What's wrong with you? It's something. It's like I'm not again, but he's pronouncing his R's, and he's like, again, certain words because he's Italian may come off as, oh, he's probably from New York. No, but he pronounces his R's. So that's another person you can listen to and hear his accent. Okay? All you have to do is accent tag Chicago accent. And again, this is not being ignorant. It's not like, you're trying to say white people sound the same and black people sound the same. No. White people from the Midwest don't sound the same as white people from New York and white people from LA and down south. Black people from all over the place don't sound the same. Black people from the South don't sound the same as black people from New York. Now, is there a difference between black people from the South and black people from Chicago? Yeah, you're gonna have a deeper Southern accent from someone who's a black person from Arkansas, Alabama, Georgia, than someone from Chicago. Again, there's similarities, and like I said, black people that I know have from Chicago have always said they told me when we brought up accents that everyone always assumes that they're from the South, but there's a difference between theirs still compared to a black person from Florida, Georgia. They sound different. Okay. Now again, I can't break it down like a linguistics teacher, but all I know is don't try to come at me about accents. And I know my shit. Godfrey said it. And I just gave you a clip of what this dude was saying. Get at me. I will flame you. I will roast you. Like those dudes do on 42nd, like they roast the nuts in New York City. Give you roasted cashews and roasted peanuts with the caramel coat on it. That shit is so fucking good. I haven't had that in a while. But anyway, if you watched this whole thing, I appreciate you guys always. I know this is a random video compared to what I always do, especially on my reaction channel, but I try to venture out and do different things. Anyway, if you got more recommendations for accents, go ahead. Send them to me, and I'd love to react to it. Okay? Anyway, thank you for watching this. I love y'all. Peace, and big ups to Chicago. If you're from Chicago, hit me up. I love this. I love Chicago, even though I've never been there. You know what I'm saying? I would like to go because I want to try that deep dish pizza. You feel me? I want to try authentic deep dish pizza, and I also want to try authentic Italian beef. The Italian beef sandwich. I want to try that. I want to try that shit too, and I want to try that place where they make the milkshake with the cake in it. I'm a fat boy.